Good morning. It is 8 a.m. here in sunny South Australia. I'm here as not Rosbets. Goodness, that was a slip, wasn't it? Rosboundy, psychic medium. Certainly here for the daily LENORMAND card spread reading and talk to your audience. Right, I've just had a Facebook note pop up. Due to Facebook restrictions, we can't see the names and profile pictures of your viewers. Send them a link so they can grant BeLive permissions. Why on earth has that changed, come up like that? That's interesting. Copy link. Now, that link should take you to the permissions. Now, this is something new. It's just popped up. Probably because there is a group there that is, yes, mytimetv.live. This is going to Rosboundy's page and my profile, the personal profile, and also my YouTube channel. So interesting. And now the comments are showing up. That's weird. Good morning, Shaz. And good morning, Sarah. The emojis look a little different. It is an absolutely beautiful day, isn't it? And there we go, a time slip. What's the time slip? I've got it as being 8:01 in Australian Central Daylight Time. Yeah, there, I think. Well, that's what I thought it was. It is. On my computer, it's 8:02 now. So anyway, because I have to head off to work, I'm going to get straight into the card spread reading. So tune into your psychic senses, your spiritual connections and all that. Here we go. I must have bumped it. I thought I might have. It was perfectly straight a moment ago. There we go. Here's our owl. Let's go with it. Oh, the time slip bets to Boundy. Well, it's still the one and the same person legally, so it doesn't really matter. It's just that I prefer to be known as the Boundy these days, obviously. Here we go. Every struggle in your life has shaped you into the person you are today. Isn't it a beautiful card? I don't know why, it's just something about the owls that I like to delve into their eyes. Probably because they are my totem, or one of. We don't just have one. When you take the time and connecting with your spiritual connections, you might find out your totems as well. Here we go, Renna. Whew, just in time. Yes, you are. You are just in time. And here we go. What we've got with the owl as well, it is the Sarah Marchetti's Gilded Reverie LENORMAND. We are using the expanded edition. Yes, I do. I have one of them from that extra set of cards, or extra few cards. 36 cards in a Lenormand deck. Now, coffin in the home space. We've got the mature woman in the workspace. We have the dice in that unexpected. We've got lilies as our role, and it is bear as the outcome, or that is, well, pivot. It's an interesting set. As far as a spread goes, I'm just not too sure what the energy is. It doesn't feel like work so much as it just feels like a lovely natural flow. And I think that's because what we've got with the bear being that central card, as much as its emphasis is a work style type, energetics and all that meaning in a card, it's also that gentleness and the nurturing and being in the flow, because as much as it seems the work is hard, we have the skills and abilities to do them. So that's, even though I'm reading this first, it is because that's what the central energetics feels to me as I'm looking at this spread. So that what we've got with the coffin still being present, it has been present a couple of times in the spread in the last week or two, and the clearing and cleansing out and being in the home space, that for me is bringing in that nurturing softness and gentleness in the way that we're doing that clearing out of stuff that we don't need anymore, that clearing out of emotional essences as well. All the levels of what we experience in our home space. We're going to be able to have the choice of what we keep and what we move on. Okay, so it's another one of those types of in the flow. Tap into what you're feeling in those inner depths that you need to be sorting out and moving on that you don't need, that you don't use. And if you're in that grieving for someone who has passed, to be able to fully experience those emotions and allow the grief to move through as well. It does go through stages. And sometimes we grieve even for those objects that we let go, for those relationships we let go. It's all part of being alive and living in our home space, that where we feel most comfortable. And sometimes it's there to actually stir us up so that we are living a more full life. Okay, so that's what that one's for. And in the home space, I think with what we've got in as we're moving through to the workspace and heading on to what we're doing in our work, that is our livelihood, whether it's as a self-employed business owner, employee, all the realms of how we can actually earn our income that does sustain us by buying. Our society is made in the form of having to earn some form of monetary living so that we can purchase what we actually live by, which is food, shelter, clean water, all that sort of stuff, and the way that we enjoy our living. So this is, I think it's reflecting, it's looking forward, because I do feel, most times where we're looking at things, as far as energetically, it's that way from the left to the right, because we read that way, I suppose, as far as past to future. So this woman is looking towards the future. So we're bringing in that wise woman energies of being a softer nurturer energy as well, in the way we're going to be in our leadership role, in our being who we are in our workspace. Even if you're a man, bringing in that more feminine energetics that is going to allow a gentler style of leading, bringing in different ways of looking that's more nurturing for those around you as well in your workplace. And being able to, there's different ways of seeing things, and it's going to be the more feminine that we're looking at for our workspace today. So even with particular projects, there could be a different way of actually just nurturing people into their particular roles within that you're working on today. And there you go. Someone, I'm sure, will block that spammer. So here we are, moving into the dice. Our message today in that unexpected, the times that we're not going to be expecting it. So don't be alarmed when you get that feeling that God just can't choose. Throw the dice in the air, metaphorically, and you'll be able to get your answer. There'll be something that you can choose between that's going to bring you the perfect pathway for your day-to-day. Trust that and feel that energy of the dice in those unexpected moments, because that's what they're there for us today. It's just being able to take that chance for those moments that we see or feel. What is the choice? Okay, let's throw it in the air and see what lands. I think too that part of that with our role, I feel that myself, the lilies are that more feminine energy. We have that present already with the woman, the mature woman, and it is tapping back into what we already know and past ancestry. What we've learned of what our parents may have taught us, of what our grandparents may have taught us, that type of a lineage of knowledge. Some of it does actually come in through our cellular structure, with the genetics and just that knowing. Other parts of it can come in directly through what our spiritual connection is. So trust that, and our role is being open, receptive, and reflecting that out when we need to show and share that wisdom with others. But otherwise, it's an internal type of, that's what I'm feeling. It's more internal, reflective, and understanding why we're making our choices. And even if we have to throw the dice in the air as to why we've made those that next step choice or otherwise. And then now we're finishing. We are back to, we are at this outcome of the bear. I feel that gentle flow of what is our work today in whatever way, whether it's in the home or the workspace and place, that it's going to flow so gently and easily that when we take our time to breathe and re-establish the who we are in what we're doing, and other things that can be delegated, that can be left to others doing what is their job. Don't take on everything for yourself. I think that's where we're going to feel that beautiful calmness by the end of our day, that we have done a job well done for our day today. So, and really relaxing into that, have the play at the end of the day, because we know that bears have wonderful, playful attitudes at times as well. So just tap into that as you need to. Go back to looking at the picture that's in my profile. If you need to, copy it down to your own phone or whatever, save it, just to have that moment of reflection where you can, this is a moment where the dice is, or whatever way that you like to remember what the cards might be and what message they have for you. So definitely tap into your spiritual guides throughout the day when you need to. Trust that what your connection is with your guidance is, your truth for you, and move with that journey with them. Be on that pathway like a labyrinth. Even though we don't have that today, it's what just came into my mind. We are on a wonderful journey, aren't we? So thank you, Rena. Lovely to have you being able to pop in time today, and the blessings you share. Thank you so much, Sarah. It's lovely. Fully appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. And to those who have watched replay, thank you for being here towards the end. Have a wonderful day at your workplace and space, or whatever you choose to do through the day. Just be the best you that you can be in whatever you do, whoever you are in being you. And until tomorrow, namaste. Bye for now.